Howdy y'all, Fast Forward 289. So tonight we're going to be working on my 68 Ford Fairlane. I got a brake light switch for it because my driver's side rear brake light has stopped working. The passenger side still works as it should. The tail lights on both driver and passenger still work. I have LED bulbs, so LEDs don't generally go out. If you have a regular incandescent bulb, then the filaments, tail lights, brake lights are separate. So usually if you have a brake light go out but the tail light still works, it's a bad bulb. So, you replace the bulb, you can check it by swapping the bulbs or whatever, and that's what I did. Even though I have LED bulbs, I thought the driver's side one went out. Perhaps, maybe it was a fluke or something. So I took the bulb out of the passenger side, put in the driver's side, the one out of the driver's side and the passenger side, and the passenger side still works, but the driver's side doesn't. So, in this case, it's not the bulb that is the problem. We're not getting a signal, to that part of the light. So therefore, we're going to change the brake light switch. I noticed that when I was underneath there, one of the terminals, you got two terminals on the brake light switch, and I'll show you when I show you the part. But there's two terminals. One of them was kind of loose, and it looked not very good. So I'm assuming it's the brake light switch. So we're going to get into that, and I'm going to show you the brake light switch and how to install it. Okay, so here's the brake light switch I got from O'Reilly's. They did have it in stock, surprisingly. But this is the switch. This is what it looks like underneath the dash. You see, you got these two prongs. The one that I was seeing when I was underneath the dash, this top one here, it was loose. It's not supposed to be loose, it's supposed to be nice and tight. You see how this one's nice and tight. But it was loose, and there's a couple black spots on here, so I'm thinking the contacts are burned up in it, and it's the original switch, so it's old. But yeah, so really quickly, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about before I fix it so you can see it before and after. So as you can see, the passenger side one still works like it's supposed to. Both tail lights work, but the brake light works on the passenger side, but it does not work on the driver's side. So therefore, we're losing contact somewhere in the driver's side. We're going to replace the switch and then hopefully that'll fix it. Okay, so we're underneath the dash. See what I'm talking about. You got the two spade connectors, which generally this will be just a plug that plugs in here. In my case, though, since somebody cut the original plug off, I had to do this. They had it kind of jerry-rigged like this already, but it was too short, and then, because these are the wires, they just had these plugged in there, and they were too short. I hit the brake pedal, it pulled the cables off, so I added some wire to it. But anyway, you see here, you'll want to unplug the plug. See how it's a funny-looking clip. And it just pulls right out. You pull that clip out. Get that out of there, and then I'm gonna go and unplug mine. And you don't have to unhook the battery if you want to if it makes you feel better, unhook the battery, but you don't have to unhook the battery for this. I'm just gonna remember, try to keep them that way I know how they went. And then it's just as simple as your rod for your mesh cylinders right here. It slides off. Now there's a bushing right here. Don't lose that. It's more like a washer. Don't lose that. Take that off. Put it to the side. And then there should be a bushing in the rod as well. But you're trying to pull this off. Brake pedal. Yeah, just like that. And then that slot I was telling you about. You see, as long as you get it past that hole right there. And then it should slide right out. Just like that. And mine does not have a bushing. Of course not, but there's usually a plastic bushing in there. But either way, keep up with that plastic washer that's in there. I have to get a bushing for this one eventually. And this one is looks like this is the original Ford brake light switch. Let's just slide it over. Just push this on like so. Get that plastic washer. And it don't matter which way it goes, it can go either way. Put it back on. And don't forget your clip so it don't slide off. Slide it in there just like that. Good to go. Plug our switch back in. And real quick, just to show you the old one, you can see here I was talking about how, so that's a loose connector. It's not real tight and all. And maybe there wasn't burn marks or nothing on it, but it looks like this switch has seen better days. I don't think it's making a good contact anymore. So yeah, that's out. Let's go test it out and make sure it works. Okay, so new brake pedal switch test. Let's see how it works. Hopefully this fixes it. All right, so as you can see, it did not work. So it wasn't the brake light switch per se, but I went ahead and kept it changed anyway, just cause why not? What it was is apparently one of these connectors here was not making a good contact, so it just had to be recrimped. Cut it off, put another end on it, recrimp it. I'm gonna order a brake light switch wire and pigtail for this, and then put the proper plug back on here because I don't like this setup anyway. But that's all it was. It was just like I moved these wires around and it started working. So the switch, you could say, well, I wasted money on a switch, but it's $14. The old one still had a loose contact and it didn't look very good. Now I got a new switch. I know that's not gonna be a problem. Yeah, you know, for 14 bucks, you know, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not worried about taking it back, you know, nothing like that. But yes, it was the wiring there. So not a, and if you change yours and it don't fix it, it could be a bad ground as well. But in my case, it was just a loose connection. Now I'm just going to show you that it actually does work now. Alrighty, y'all, we're inside my house right now because when I was shooting the video, I had some problems with the phone. It was getting low on battery, so I'm in the house right now shooting the ending of it now. So when I replaced that brake light switch, as you can see, it was just a loose connection. But in my case, I kept the brake light switch because it was only like 14 bucks, I believe. So it's good insurance policy. It's good to have new parts. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get a wiring harness to fix that, the connector. I don't like just having the spade connector there. I want the actual plug like it's supposed to have. So I'll order that and I'll show y'all how to install that as well. But I hope the video helped, and I hope that if anything, you just enjoyed it or it was helpful or whatever, leave a comment down below and tell me what you think. And as always, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave a comment down below. You know, keep it civil, but leave a comment. I like to see people's comments. Thank y'all for watching, and have a good night.